iba't ibang luto, Pinoy ang puso.
When it comes to superstition and beliefs, we Filipinos definitely rank high. Though some don't always make sense, but we follow them anyway. In celebration of the 2021 Filipino Food Month, dubbed as Diverse Flavors, One Filipino Heart, ATI and Central Visayas welcomes you to Kiss That Ube. This webinar will take you to the rationale why Boholanos kiss the ube, its 2-decade-long festival, and the simple preparation of ube-based recipes. When one speaks of ube to a Boholano, there is always a story to tell that until today, when anyone accidentally drops an ube to the ground or table, they would utter an apology and kiss it as a sign of reverence. But the truest meaning of that is to preserve the tuber's longer shelf life.
Ube kinampay, also known as the purple yam, is a special variety of tuber and is a native to Bohol. Its flesh and marbled purple color and is well known for its aroma. The Boholanos do not consider ube as a staple root crop, but also venerated as sacred during ancient times. It can be recalled that during famine, ube was the only crop that grew in Bohol soil that saved the Boholanos from hunger. Thus, their great respect for it. It is being immortalized in the lyrics of the awit sa Bohol.
Ube or yam's nutritive value makes it a more valuable crop than other root crops in the country. It is rich in carbohydrates and contains 20 to 22% starch, vitamins A and B, iron, and minerals. Plus, ube contains 6 mg ascorbic acid per 100 grams of edible portion of ube tuber. Did you know that Bohol is celebrating Ube Festival every January? Yes, you get it right. The significance of Ube as a thriving province is best heralded during the festivities. Ube for Bohol means savior, their staple food.
Through the years, the Ube Fest has evolved and progressed to become one of the most celebrated festivals in the province, next only to the Sandugo Festival in July. We look back and retrace the roots of the Ube Festival in an article published in the Bohol Chronicle dated January 16, 2000 by the late Boholana agri-enthusiast Zinaida Darunday, who was also one among the prime movers of the festival. The Bohol Ube Center Foundation was envisioned by one man, Engineer Rene Sumodovila, from Fremont, California. At that time, when his heart was so homesick for Bohol, growing up in Dawis and Antiquera, had etched in his memory the rituals and symbolisms surrounding ube, especially the custom of venerating it. Realizing that the ube crop, especially kinampay, has so much potential, yet underutilized, he felt an urgency to do something and hatched the idea of forming an ube foundation assisted by Boholanos interconnected globally in cyberspace through the Bohol Forum. The amount of 242,000 was initially collected to finance the first Ube Festival held in Dawis. While most Filipinos in the U.S. celebrated Thanksgiving in November of 1999, Engineer Sumanubela came home to fulfill a promise that he would be around during the organizational meeting of the foundation held in Corolandia, Tagbilaran City. 7 members were elected to sit in the Board of Trustees. Me, representing the Agricultural Training Institute, Jose Travero from the Bohol Island State University, Maria Mercedes Salenas from the Municipal Agricultural Office of Dawis, the late Zinaida Darunday of the Bohol Nature Conservation Society, the late Adolfo Apali of the Corelia Federated Rural Improvement Club, Richard Uy of the First Consolidated Rural Bank of Bohol, and Aureliano Cahiles, them the Provincial Agriculture Officer. Engineer Rene Sumuduvila was chosen as our technical advisor. The book fee had the vision that the ubi farmers will not be left behind economically in the rush to promote Bohol as the prime tourism destination, but it will find a market potential in ube and also to institutionalize the cultural tradition of venerating the ubi crops as an agro-cultural symbol of Bohol. Mr. Gardi Labad, who was the head of the Center for Culture and Arts and Development under the Office of the Governor, espoused the idea that by converging the culture, the folklore, the ethnohistory, and socio-economic aspects of ube, it can help preserve, develop, and promote the cultural and historical significance of ube to the Boholano people. Thus, the Ubi Fest has also become the venue for cultural performances, competitions in balak, balitaw, kuradang, rondalya, and other forms of dance and music. 8 towns participated in 2000, namely Alba Coco da Pasita, which stands for Albuquerque, Baclayon, Cortes, Corelia, Sikatuna, Tagbilaran, and Panglao. Ubi Fest is celebrated every 3rd week of January, which is back-to-back with a sinulog in Cebu City.
Today, as we celebrate the 2021 Filipino Food Month, we will showcase 2 ube-based recipes that is easy to prepare and economical. Our chef for today is Bohol's Learning Site Cooperator, Ms. Mariloong Meneses of the Gunsa Huyuhoy Farm. Malu is a culinary graduate at the International Culinary Arts Academy in Cebu in 2001 and had practiced fine dining in Kaino Japanese restaurant in Makati in 2003 and became the chief assistant of ICAAP in 2005. She practiced her culinary skills in 2008 via Norwegian Cruise Line, an international cruise ship.
Hello, I'm Marilu Meneses from the Gunsa Huyuhoy Farm, a learning site of ATI Region 7. In celebration of Filipino Food Month, I'm preparing 2 dishes, ube base, ube meat cubes or meatballs, and a vegan ube cake. So today, first I will preparing the ube meat cubes or balls. So our ingredients are salt and pepper, the ground beef or meat, and the grated ube. So the recipe is 1:1. So 1 kilo for meat and 1 kilo for the ube grated. So now I'll mixing the. So ang ube are harvested from our farm in the Guhoy farm, in shortcut the Gunsa Huyuhoy or the Guhoy farm. So we have 3 kinds of ube here. This is the ube na bunga, which is dili sa ground tanom, and this is the baligonhon, and this is the apali, which is you can use in your soup or lauoy. So Now I'm mixing the ubi meat together with the grated ubi. So this is ani lang ni kadali ang recipe because all you need to do is just mix it. So no need for egg or flour for binder because the ubi itself is a binder na. So we have to mix it, bind it properly so mag-bind ang meat ug ang grated ubi.
Put some pepper. Add salt to taste.
Only salt and pepper. Two basic ingredients.
Second, mix it well. After mixing all the ingredients, you can now shape it into a nugget cube or like meatballs. Fry it until golden brown. You can also pair it with delicious sauce or homemade coco ube gravy. All you need is cocoa cream, grated ube, and broth cubes of your choice. And there you have it, a super easy ube-based meat course. We're sure that kids and even adults would approve and love it.
My second recipe is vegan ubi cake, and my ingredients are sifted flour, grated 2 cups of grated ube, 1 cup of vegetable oil, 1 tablespoon of baking powder and baking soda, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, a pinch of salt, and 2.5 cups of brown sugar. And our milk is soya milk for 1.5 cup.
First, mix all the dry ingredients. Pour the sifted flour inside the bowl.
This ingredients is it's vegan, so there's no egg. Then second, I'll put the all dry ingredients.
Add 1 tablespoon of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and 2.5 cups of sugar. Mix it well. After mixing all the dry ingredients, we will now then add our liquid ingredients. By start, pouring a cup of vegetable oil, 1.5 cup of soya milk, add vanilla flavor, and 2 cups of hot water. Mix it well. Now, to avoid or minimize lump, we need to strain the batter.
So strain the ingredients so para di ta makakita og mga lumps. Before we put the grated ube.
Lastly, to complete our ube vegan cake, we will then finally add the grated ube.
So this is our vegan ube cake.
Bake for 40 minutes at 150 degrees centigrade. And now, presenting the vegan ube cake.
Now we have learned why our grandparents in Bohol kissed the ubi kinampay. We brought you back to the years when the ubi festival started and why they are held every year in the province. And of course, learn the easy to prepare and economical 2 ubi-based recipes. That resonates this year's theme, diverse flavors, one Filipino heart. Since we got all that covered, ATI and Central Visayas is sharing you our free online courses developed by the center, including the Yummy Yum Ubi production course. Alright, we have brought you another exciting episode of our webinar series in commemoration of the 2021 Filipino Food Month, Diverse Flavors, One Filipino Heart. Let me express our deepest gratitude to ATI 7 Center Director, Dr. Carolyn May Odakyo, and the Gunsahuyoy Learning Site Cooperators, Mr. Julius and Mrs. Mariloong Meneses. Iba't ibang luto, Pinoy ang puso, ating lasapin, pagkain atin.